Did Forest deserve the draw, Tony?
I think they did, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, being honest, it was a poor first half. Got going a little bit more in the second half. But Reading, they just didn't look like scoring, Jeff. They had young Simon Church up on his own, and sort of Kebby was floating around. They only really looked like scoring once Shane Long came on, who I think's a good player. I can't believe he didn't start the match. They certainly looked more threatening once he came on. The best chance of the match really was Robert Earnshaw's. He came on as a sub. Again, I'm surprised he didn't start, but it was a good save from Federici. But lots of long range shots, Jeff. Good passing movement. It was all right from that point of view, but just not enough clear-cut chances for first game of the season.
Any standout performers?
Not really, no. I think it was Majewski, the new lads seem to do all right, and Paul McKenna. I think they'll be pleased with their performances in midfield, and Scott Davis and Jay Tabb as well. But it was a midfielders type of game, Jeff, because lots of passing, but the forwards really sort of got blotted out by the defenders, and they didn't really create too much. But just looking at both teams, I mean, Reading, for me, where are the goals going to come from? Shane Long needs to play, otherwise they're not going to score. And Forest, they're going to have the opposite problem, because to me they've almost got too many options. It was like who's the best two to play. They've got 5 really good forwards, and that's Billy Davies. It's going to be his toughest job, I think, finding out what's going to be the best two and the best combination to get them the goals. But I think they're going to have a good season for us. They showed enough for me to think that.
Well, Billy Davies will also be encouraged. He said that we've still got a big gap at the back, but obviously it didn't show today.
No, it didn't. No, they had Luke Chambers and Wes Morgan. And Joe Lynch left back, Chris Gunter right back. The back four looked good, but of course Chambers got sent off. I didn't see the incident, Jeff. It looked like he'd already had a yellow card earlier in the match. It said on the teleprinter second yellow, but the referee, in my opinion, quite clearly straight red. So how many games he's going to miss, I don't know. But they looked pretty sound at the back up until that point.
Now, good point as far as they're concerned, and that was a decent point as well for Reading. But they just can't win at home, can they? Haven't won at home since way back in January. It's unthinkable when you think of what they were doing to sides at Medeski before that, scoring goals galore.